Hello everybody, welcome to the first live commentary event brought to you by the DMK and DK10. Welcome to the channel. This is the DMK Group 4 World Touring Car Championship Round 7. And it's been fun so far, so good, gotta be said. Brilliant performance last week by Big Frank, aka the old crawler. Put on a show, did he not, in that Rocco? Let's get these tables here. We will just go through the tables at the moment. Currently leading the way is that Iceman Aldo, the Flying Scotsman, on 131 points. He's got a 43 point gap to Big Frank, aka Old Crawler, who got 20 points. He's on 88 points. And then it is Dazzler 67 rounding out the top 3 on 82. It is Chalky 12, missed out last week. He's on 70 points, 61 points off the top, but still doable with 4 rounds left to go. Well, saying that, 3 rounds left to go, including this one. And then it is down to Ricky J in 5th place, is on 66 points. And then it is TRG Joyset, he is on 6th place on 59 points. Then it is All Big Walt, he's got 26 points there in 7th, missed out a few rounds. Gwydion, he's on 20 points, he's also not long joined this one as well. And then we've got the Keenleys, he's got 4 points. So we shall see how they get on tonight. It should be a good race around here. We have raced around here a few times and we've had some dramatic battles around here. Gotta be said, it has gotta be said. Let's go on track, see what the crack is. They are currently in practice right now. Speaking of the Flying Scotsman leading the championship, he is there in his Ferrari 458. We have got a new racing driver with us, wheelchair racer. Joined us just a day ago. We'll see how she gets on in the Audi TT tonight. Cheers, the relation of Big Frank. There's the daughter of Big Frank. We're looking forward to some comedian moments, shall we say? We shall see. We shall see. I mean, might have a bit of family rivalry in the room, but we all love a bit of fun, do we not? TRG Joystick currently sitting on a 226.3 in practice right now, but we're wishing the best of luck, wheelchair racer. Another lady driver in the DMK, more the merrier. Welcome aboard, wheelchair racer. Let's go. There's Chalky in his M4 BMW. We'll see how he likes to look at that Audi going around. We shall see. Can't manage the R8, but we shall see how he likes to look at the TT. Just been seeing the Iceman. There he is, Big Frank. Sterling effort around Interlagos last week, gotta be said. I was rooting for him, just waiting on an all-important, elusive win. It's so close, it's so close, and I reckon he'll get one in this championship. I really do. I really do. And there we are, that Atta lad. Mr. Luton Town himself races in the Premier League. I do believe that's his league, that's his team. Correct me if I'm wrong. Get it up in the chat, let me know. But yeah, this format is 5 tyre wear, 4 fuel. It is a 40-minute race. There's the man himself, number 1 Pops as well, is in the room as well. In the Trophy McGann, do love that car, do love that car. Car's a beast, gotta be said, car's a beast. But yeah, 40-minute race, 2 compounds, different compounds have to be used. When you pick, it's up to you what 2 tyres you race on, it's up to you. It's a 10-minute qualifying, 40-minute mini enduro around here, around Senqua B tonight. Gonna be a good one. And got Joyce in the Porsche. She's just said hello to the marshals there, just getting a pre-warning. It's not the Premier League, this is the WTC. Hope you come to the right meeting, boys. Hope you are good. And we've got Dazzler in the Aston Martin as well, having a good season so far, rounding out the top 3 as we said earlier. Still a long way to go, still a long way to go. Where are they next? I shall bring up the, you don't want to see that, let's bring that over there, there we go. Just got the tracks here. Let me just zoom in. Currently we're at Senqua B, like I said. We are at Sardegna A next week. And then it is Monza. And then we round out our leagues there at Bathurst, which should be another brilliant race. Should be another brilliant race at Bathurst. We've had some battles there so far this season. It's been fantastic. It's been epic, nonetheless. Qualifying was due to get underway at 2000 hours. And Danny Oggy Ogstern. Yo! From Aberdeenshire. If that's right. He's in the lobby as well. So we've got a good grid forming tonight. Good mix of cars as well. We've got the Trophy McGann. We've got the McLaren, Aston Martin. We've got the Porsche for the George. We've got the BMW for the Chalk. And Aldo's in the 458. We've got the TT. We've got this beast here, the Rocco as well. So a good few cars on the grid. I don't know where Atalada's gone. There he is, and he's in the Nismo. So won a championship in this car, has he not? Yes, he has. Hello, hello. Speaking of the devil, how we doing, Ryan? How we doing? Hope you are well, my friend. Hope you are well indeed. But yeah, apparently DDR's already won a league in this car, won a championship in the Nismo. So we'll see how he does. Bit late to the party, but can still make an impact on that top three nonetheless. Couple of wins. Proved his point in the Premier League as well, did he not? That's fantastic. Oh, big slurp of me tea, as you know. Actually looking forward to this, gotta be said. Gotta be said. I do enjoy doing the live comms. I normally do post-race comms for this event due to iRacing on a Tuesday night, but iRacing's on break week. The new league starts next week. Really looking forward to that. I have got to go spend a mini fortune on purchasing some tracks. But yeah, nonetheless. And the first season was run by none other than DMK's own Ryan Dudley. Dud CF14 to his friends. Won his first championship in the DMK. Been a long time coming for Ryan Dudley. And we've got our own DMK Martin JL09. He wants it next season, but we shall see. We've just extended our season up to 8 weeks in the iRacing League. So going to be fantastic. Really can't wait. I didn't have a prolific season myself, but I didn't finish last. Overall I finished 7th in the league, so not too bad compared to some of the drivers where the ground was absolutely savages. They was rapid. When I say savages, I mean that in a good way. They were just absolutely rapid, and you've got to be said. Flying. And it was my first season on iRacing, so still learning, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm in talks with another admin in the DMK as well about setting up an ACC league on the PS5. I know a few leagues are already there, and they've already got a few. I say a few sim leagues have already got some up and running. I know we're a bit late on it and that, but I wanted to get the combined package where you get the PC and the PlayStation get up as one set price, but very hard to get out of as a pair. So, and it costs us around what, 19-20 quid a month to run the league on ACC. And I've been good to charging people to race. Unless it's on iRacing, then commentary day you have to pay for your commentary, but some of them can charge anywhere between £15 to £25 a race, depending on how long the races are. So, but yeah, I'm looking to get comms in there. Volley starts at 5 past. We've heard from the man himself, the Iceman, the Flying Scotsman. He's the host for this event, and obviously we've got DMK Chalky 12 who hosts the Premier League, which is surprisingly got off to a savagely good start. Do absolutely love it. There was a Suzuki East last week. Someone got tackled by a cone, closely followed by another rival team as well. Seen the bunny up there. I thought the referee was going to have it. Speaking of the referee, has anybody watched the stream yet? Chalky 12 going through referee corner before going down to the dugout straight. Referee, it was in the lead by a little margin, shall we say, about 3 or 4 seconds, being chased down absolutely savagely by Luton Town, and the referee wanted a quiet word, pulled him in, sucked into the gravel pit. Referee had a word, mugged him clean off, ended up finished second that race, but good all the points as well. Luton Town came out victorious in that one. I'm sure he'll be back with a bang next week. Next Sunday, will be good. Will be good in the Premier League, and that will be back. It has been confirmed. The Premier League is back next season, season 2. So that'll be going up in the events tab in the next coming weeks, or say weeks, coming days. I like to plan ahead, get things done. So. And there will be a championship there as well. So hopefully some of the Oh, just had a lobby reset there. What's this? Room mode now. Practice qualifying. Race time qualifying is now 10 minutes. So yeah, that is good. That is good. So yeah, if everybody stays in the Premiership who is there now, they will stay in the Premiership. Anybody else joins after will be moved into the Championship. They will stay one make. The cars might change. Obviously, we're thinking about changing the Premiership into a Group 3 and the Championship into a Group 4. So yeah, because obviously Premiership's the creme de la creme, isn't it? So you know you want to be a bit different from the Championship. You know, Premiership's a different kettle of fish. But yeah, it's just car decisions for Premiership and Championship. But we've put 2 in the app. Yeah, and if we do, then it will be extended, I reckon, to 8 weeks with 3 bonus rounds, which will all be in the same car, and it will be we'll call it the FA Cup, that we'll say, and we'll combine if we can some Championship and some Premiership. There'll be a race off, so to speak, FA Cup style. Would be good. The format's in my head, it's hard to explain because it's not written down in big. I normally read them once I've written them down, but yeah, it's going to be brilliant. All I say, it's going to be brilliant. The number 1 box is out first in quality, well, not quality, no, practice. Jumping a bit excited, you see, excited. But yeah, number 1 box. Then we've got DDR out of that in a Nismo. The chalk is haunting the circuit right now. Oh, Gwydion is in here as well. Then we've got Big Frank, followed by Wheelchair Racer, the TT. Friendly rivalry is there. Owned in the rear wing of the Rocco. Then we got the Wrecking Ball Racing Ricky J being hunted down by the Porsche. Oh, Joycey! Always gets one in practice, is Joyce. He is the comedian of the group. We do love the Joyce. He's a good crack, is the Joyce. He does the tables for this league as well. So big thank you to TRG Joycey for that as well. But we do have the Ann Summers machine here, sponsored by Joso, backed up by Everreddit. We shall see how the Mustang gets on around here tonight. Should do well, to be fair, probably with the tight technical circuits, sections off the bridge, but I reckon these straights and will come well into the Mustang. But it looks like the boss has said, let's go, good luck. So we're going qualifying underway, there we go. He has called it, we're going qualifying. This should be good. There is gonna be the one. Ooh, that is nice. Big DMK down the side, yeah, love it. Everybody's out on the meat, so we're gonna start. Some of them are gonna start on the mediums. It looks like Chalk was the first one out, and he's on the racing medium. Whether they do a lap and come in, put softs on. There was a surprise qualifying on Monday night in the team manufacturers. One guy went round on mediums, forgot to pit for softs, but put it in 6th place and properly mixed their bag up with the guys on the soft tyres as well. So it was a phenomenal that. If you want to watch the DMK Team Endurance, that's commentated by Dark Smoker. It was a fantastic race, and that is on his YouTube channel as well. Go check that out. It's a good crack. Was a good crack. Sure, we've got the views before we go anywhere. Yeah, we're looking good so far. I will quickly back out and jump in again when we get the views for the race, because it did go a bit last week. Didn't work, but a bit weird. I will be running a test on GT7. I'm going to try and get the mixed PS4, PS5s in. I don't think it'd be fair. It would shorten the lobbies if we just went PS5 lobby 1, PS4 lobby 2, things like that, you know, because some of the boys got like the Chalk and it's on PS4, I'm on PS5, Ricky J's got both, so Dazzlers are now on the PS5, Keenly's PS5 as well, so I think majority of them on PS5 to be fair, but Yeah, we're going to go again, get a test in, get a couple of races in. Might do a couple of open lobbies as well. Would be good. Chalking the beam, not pulling away from that this time. Oh, there we got out of the pit box first. Calling third. Can he repeat that performance from Interlagos? We shall see. We shall see. I've got a car in the pits still. No, it is Danny. No, he did say he's going to stay in the pits. He'll start from the back. Chalk is in the pits. DDR Atalad. He is on the racing mediums. We're going to put in the time here, as is old Crawler on the racing mediums as well. So, with the time of day, might not be a bad idea. Get a lap in early. Burn off the fuel. Might be a good shot. When it comes to putting the softs on, car will be off as light. And you go even faster then with a lighter car, do you not? But it is Atalad going to lead us the way. Big Frank and Ricky J in the boss. And the new arrival wheelchair racer as well in 4th place. Yeah, she does tonight. Nice to get women in, mixing it up with the boys. Got the Keenleys, who's the first DMK racer as well. Now we have Dope. Fantastic. Gotta love it. Dazzler is going sat 3rd in the table. 5th on track at the moment. Gwydion. We're looking to push on in the Lamborghini. Chalk rejoins back in 7th place. Head of number 1 Pops was on the racing softs in the trophy. When we did the team manufacturers, group 4 team manufacturers, Aldo did run a trophy around here and went on to a victory in it as well. So it is possible. It is possible. Plenty of slip and last minute ding dongs. You will be good. Speaking of Aldo, going sat in 9th and going sideways there. Ooh, it's not what you want to do to them soft tyres early on. You lose a bit of ground. George scoring in 10th. Oggie's still in the pits, but it is Atalad. Just going through sector 3 in a Nismo. Nice to get new faces in the lobby all the time. It's really good, just spices it up just a little bit. I do believe D.90 is live in this stream right now. If you want to check him out on Facebook, D.90, that's Sex into Act himself. Go check him out. Not completing that lap. He is in the pits. So shredded fuel. That's what he was doing. It's going to be a crawler then coming over the line. What is it going to be on the means? It is a 2:21.8. That is a good lap on the mediums around here. Gotta be said. It's going to be Ricky J next. Who comes in with a 2:23.8. He's on the racing mediums. Wheelchair Racer moves into 2nd place on a 2:23.6. Then number 1 Pops comes in then with a pole lap of a 2:20.2. I showed you that trophy as a dark horse. Pulled a 1.6 gap over Big Frank, but he is on the mediums. Number 1 Pops is on the softs. On crawler over Wheelchair Racer 1.7. Ricky J just 2/10 off. Willie on 3.6 off with a 2:27.4. DDR that did go in the pits. Chalk pitted as well, but he is purple in sector 1. In sector 1. Not ruled out the chalk just yet. What is Aldo on? 2:21.2. Pop set the pace early on here with 4 minutes to go. Car is quarter of a tank lighter than it was just a smidge ago. Yeah, quarter of a tank, full set of racing softs all the way around. Dazzler's on the racing softs as well. Fresh set of boots. Oggie's still in the pits. Number 1 Pops all over the back door of Aldo already. Not be wanting to be handed early on here, but we'll be in the slip. We'll just see if he gets a good slip into sector 2. Oh, and that's Ricky J in the wall off the bridge. Oh, you're not really happy about that with Ricky J. And there you go, look. 7 attempts to the good. That's currently sitting on a 2:19. Who's going to be first over? There's going to be Big Frank, who will be first over the line out of this queue. The number 1 pops, 7 attempts to the good. Big Frank has got enough time to get in, put in a set of softs, and get around again, I do believe, if he is rapid enough. 2:55 on the clock, but he's not going to bother. What's he called? 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, a 2:20.9. He's quicker though. He's quicker. Gets that gap down to 7 attempts. Who is it going to be? The chalk was next. He's going to move to, wow, 1.2. That's a 2:18.9 by the chalk. Where the hell did that come from? Number 1 pops with a 2:19.4. DMK Aldo comes in with a 2:19.6. Willie on a 2:24.8. Chalk with a 2:18.9. Wow, BMW going well. Number 1 pops down to 2nd place. Aldo currently sitting in 3rd. In a bit of a slipstream train now with wheelchair racer. Number 1 pops up the inside there for Aldo. And a wheelchair racer. Number 1 pops was slipping through as well. But not too bad. Old Crawler then was looking good. Down in 4th now. 1.5 to go. Wheelchair racer in 5th on the debut. Not a bad shot. Not being threatened by anybody right now. She will take the slip all day long. Especially through these quicker sections as well. Not really seen the Audi driven in anger before, but we'll get a glimpse of it tonight, will we not? Ricky J, the recovering Ricky J, the mediums, it took a bit of a pasting. We've got Dazzler for coming out, Gunsing in 6th, Dazzler's in 10th. But he has got slip. See if either of these get a little bit of a blue sector. They need to go a bit quicker. Ricky J gets 2 attempts. Let's see out for Dazzler there. But Dazzler's looking down the inside. Don't really want to be fighting here. But Ricky J will take that. He'll get a bit of slip off Dazzler. And he had Summers Machine, Wrecking Ball, hashtag balls. So let's see. So who is going to be my... Whoa, Gwyddy on go! God, dipped a wheel in the dirt there. Pulled him round himself the car. Straight into the wall he went. There's DDR, 2:33, 2:35 and a 2:30. This will be the creme de la creme lap, will it not? Well, we're currently sitting on a 1:44 right now, so not too bad. As we enter through sector 3, we have got a bunch of cars coming over the line already. And it's not going to be... It's going to be Big Frank. 2:21. And that is him done. Aldo will come over the line next, followed by number 1 pops. What has Aldo got? Going to sound a 2:19.6, 2:19.4. Number 1 pops at 2:21.3. Where's the chalk? He's already gone through on a 2:18.974. Goes faster again. DDR Atalad sets a new qualifying time, taking pole in the Nismo with a 2:18.4. What an effort that is, with 2:49 on overtime remaining. What a stunning lap. He did say he likes this car, by the way. Proved it there as well. Got rid of them means. Got that car as light as he could before the pit stop. Went out. Warmed them up. Then blew them out of the park. 4 attempts to the good over DMK Chalk 12. Who's got 4 attempts over DMK Aldo. Who's on the ball as well. He's in 2:19s, but the front 2 putting in comfortable 2:18s right now. So a bit of pace needed to be finding. He's got 28 milliseconds to number 1 pops, who's got 3 attempts to Dazzler, currently sitting in 5th place. Old Crawler's finished his qualifying. Wheelchair Racer is in 7th place, and we are now on the final lap. Not a bad return on your debut. Bear in mind there are some fast boys on the circuit this evening, but where there becomes 1, there becomes 2. Good evening, how we doing, bud? Nice to see you, long time no see. I'm going good, mate. I'm doing really well. Just cracking on as you do, getting the boys out there. How you been? I've been watching some of your streams, bud. Some of the iRacing as you've been doing as well. I've been watching some of them. We'll get a quick run through the grid. So DDR Atalad still leading around at 2:18.4. Who is in front of him right now? It is going to be the chalk. It's an Atalad chalk show. They had this last week around, well, on Sunday night around Suzuka East. The these two. They're at it again, but there's no referees involved here. This is all out 40-minute warfare around there tonight. It's going to be a case of who wants it the most. The Models chalk got in the tank. Front's a bit of it spent, but he is light on fuel. Will that make up the difference? 16, 17, 18, 19. No, it's not going to be enough. What has Aldo got to offer? 218. Moves into second place by 28 milliseconds over the chalk. Where is Attilad? Comes in again with a new fastest lap of 218.934. But that's slower, so why did it go purple? One may never know unless it's a faster sector 3. So yeah, took pole position. 218.498 for DDR Attilad. He did say he's won a championship in this car before, and he's proved it right there with a 218.498 over DMK Aldo. Over DMK Chalky 12. Number 1 Pops in the McGann sitting in 4th. Dazzler in the Aston sitting in 6th. Big Frank aka Old Crawler, he's in 6th. Dazzler is in 5th. Good result though, was on the medium tyres, bear in mind. He has got to run the softs in the race. Wheelchair race on the debut. Qualified 7th over Ricky J. And TRG Joyset, Gwydion and Danny Yoggett will start from the back of the grid. Oh, what fun we are in for here. This is going to be good. DDR Attilad on the left. Iceman Aldo on the right. Chalk. And number 1 Pops right behind. Not sure that's the view I want, but we'll make it work. Oh, Aldo, that's it. Here we go. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. The revs are pointed. We're away. That is a good start by number 1 Pops there as well. Straight up the back door. But is Attilad going to lead into turn 1? He's got chalk right on his back door, slipping him down into turn 1. Aldo will be wide on the outside as well. Will chalk get that move done? Not quite, but he's being challenged by number 1 Pops, who moves up to 3rd place. Dazzler is tucked right under his gearbox there in 5th place. And it's all go here. Gwydion moves up to 6th place. TRG Joyce up to 7th, fighting with Old Crawler into turn 3. Ricky J, 9th. Oggett already gained the spot up to 10th. Wheelchair Racer down in 11th place. It's Attilad still leading away from Aldo. They say these 4 are going to be nose to tail for a majority of this race. Already pulling a gap are these 4. And it is 1.1 the difference so far. And it looks like we're getting a move made here. Aldo, number 1 Pops. Do you believe that Nismo is going to get a bit faster than the Ferrari, and it will pull number 1 Pops through into turn 5. Off the bridge we come, little side by side, down hard on the brakes. Just get aboard with Aldo here, we'll get a better view. Let me get out, get his camera angles back. We need them all, do we not? Yes, we do. And that is Chalk moved up to 3rd place. Got the cut on Aldo off the bridge. And it is number 1 Pops right under the gearbox of that Nismo. And Dazzler's joined the party. He is now in the slip. You see the Lambo is 1.5 off the pace right now. That Aston is a beast in the straight line. It's got to be said. Got to be said. But we'll start getting a move up front as number 1 Pops looks up on him. DDR Attilad pushes him down to 2nd place. Has he got a reply? He's got the inside line here as well. Gets that move done as well. DDR Attilad having none of that. Number 1 Pops sent down to 2nd Chalk. And in the back door of that McGann and not quite paying off. Nearly lost it to number 1 Pops. Ooh, it's all forceful here. Oh, calm down, boys, calm down. 40 minutes to go. You're just going to mug your tyres off. A bit of wall banging there as well. There is the Chalk. There we go. There's Aldo. He's just there at the side of us, coming through there now. It's Aldo. Chalk brakes. We'll get a bit of slip off if he gets the turn in early and gets the acceleration out. The number 1 Pops is still handing that Nismo up front as well. As we've dropped Dazzler by 1.5 now. Chalk cutting that just a little bit. Nice. Got all the apex there. Number 1 Pops got that move done into turn 3. Aldo having a look at the Nismo as well. Chalk got a good run out of this corner. We're going to drop Aldo as well. He's got the inside line all the way through here and it's 6.6 to the good. it is a second lap, everybody will be 6.3 or thereabouts. Wow. All go here this evening at St. Corbin. This is what I love to see. That's why I love seeing racing. It's freaking fun. But let's have a quick run through the tyres. Number 1 Pops has got 1 second over the Nismo, and he's on the racing softs. Racing mediums for DDR Attalad as well. And it is Aldo's on the racing softs as well. As it looks to have a look there at DDR Attalad. Not going to get that moved on. Chalk's going to try and repay the favour around the outside off the exit of the bridge here. Not going to get that one done there. Would be very brave. Might be in the same sim league, but there's no mates in the single team event. Or should I say a single car event. No teammates on the circuit this evening. It's all out warfare. Chalk's to a good here as well. On the back door, that 458. Might do well to get a move early on down here. Aldo's not really going defensive. Thought he would have done, to be fair. Quite confident he's got the legs over the M4, but we shall see. Because it's hand in his gearbox like a nappy rash. Dazzler is in 5th. Gwydion up to 6th. Joyce running well in 7th. Who's got Big Frank behind his gearbox. He's on the racing mediums. Joyce is on the racing softs as well. Big Frank, I do believe, is the purple sector there. He's getting a good slipstream off this Porsche. Let's go, Big Frank. Let's go. A wheelchair racer finding a way back through the field. Qualified 7th. So she's only dropped 2 places. She did fall to the back of the grid. But she's up to 9th and not too far off this pack as well. Oggy is currently running in 11th. Not too far off the pack. But that is a caller looking down the inside. We'll have the inside racing line here. Over the Porsche or the VW driver. Getting that move comfortably done. A bit of a door update. But no harm, no foul. We'll just see Gwydion hitting the grass there as well. Oof. We've got fights both ends of the circuit here. Joyce trying to repay the favour. Ricky J nose diving that Mustang deep into the corner there, getting a little segue on. Is that going to give Wheelchair Racer a look? It certainly is. It's going to be on the inside through the steep of the corners as we head up to the bridge. It's going to be on the back door of the Joyce next. Going to 7th place back. Let's go. Oh, the Joyce is off the circuit. Is he going to clip the bridge? Not rejoins safely, but Oggy's going to get a spot there as well. Moves up to 10th place as Danny Ogston. AFC is new in the Premier League. He's done it. Had a good race on Sunday, gotta be said. Well, it's good. The wheelchair race now up to 8th place. She'll be chasing down the Big Frank for 7th place. She will want that back. Ricky J is 9th. Oggy up to 10th. Joyce, after that off on the entrance to the bridge, is now down in 11th place. But it is DDR Attalad regained the lead from Aldo, and these 4 absolutely nose to tail. Number 1 Pops on the Chalk now. Chalk's got the inside line. Going to try and throw it up the inside if he can. But we know that McGann's got superior grip. He can't hang on. It does drive like it's on rails. Got to be said. Regains that 3rd place. Tracking down 458 at DMK Aldo. This is why I love it. Absolutely. We're currently sitting on the fastest lap as well. Bonus point. You get a bonus point for fastest lap at 220.5. Over 221s and a couple of 221s. So he currently is the fastest man on circuit right now. And the Chalks in the 221.7s as well. Aldo then pops in the fastest lap of 220.5. Dazzler just sitting around here, not too far off the back. He's got 2.3 and he's got 7 to the rear. He's on a 221 point. Oh, and he's binned in as well. That is just going to smoke up them tyres. That is, no, you don't burn out, you don't burn out. Slam your anchors on. Oh, it's a good job he ghosted. It's a good job he ghosted is all I can say. That's all cool then. Up to 5th. Gwydion up to 6th. Wheelchair Racer into 7th place. Oggy up to 8th. Dazzler down to 9th. 10th now. The Joyce has done their Dazzler, and them tyres will not be happy for at least another lap or 2. And Ricky J down in 11th place in the boss. The Ant Summers sponsored machine. And Duracell, not giving him the power he needs. I told him to use Everready. He never listens to me. Down in 11th. And it's Aldo's turn. Wow, freaking hell, boys. Aldo's turn to take the lead. Just 4/10 of a second over DDR Attalad. Number 1 pops in the chalk. It is all go here in the World Touring Car Series. Let's go. You love it. Yeah, you do. Let's get on board. We're going to get on board with the chalk again. We did get on board with him last time, but we are right in the slipstream train here. Just 1/10 to the chalk. Pulls out the slipstream. We'll get a pull off the Nismo as well. As we're lucky, just dropping them again there. Later on, the brakes got the inside line as well, but the Nismo will have a better run out there as well. Keep it on the outside and maintain 2nd place. But his number 1 Pops is literally in his rear wing. He is right there, just 2/10 off the back. The chalk goes 1/10 blue. It's a personal best for the chalk. I dare say all of these lot will be putting in personal best. And the chalk running well, to be said, on the medium tyres in the BMW. But it is a slipstream train, so if you can maintain this for, what, another 15 minutes, I reckon he's in with a good shot, the chalk. It's got to be said. The dog is side by side with the BMW. The BMW's got more grunt down the straight than the Trophy, but the Trophy will pick up the slip pretty quick. It is very aerodynamically efficient, as you see out the corner on the rails, and already it's paying the favour up the inside. Just need to leave it a little bit later than the BMW. Whoa, but the chalk shutting the door firmly there on number 1 Pops. But they've just got a little bit of a gap now. 7/10 growing as well. Then comes 8/10 as Attalad is in pursuit of the Iceman, the Flying Scotsman, the man with many names, DMK Aldo. It's DMK's first double champion, is Aldo, and he was the first champion, and he had that war with Martin JL09 in the first season. The race was absolutely tremendously close, and then it just took 1 lapse of disconcentration from Martin JL09 at Spa. He's seen the red mist and overtaking with a penalty and things like that cost him. Then we ended up going to Catalonia, and I think he needed to take both wins and both fastest laps to secure it for him to drop back points that he conceded. But yeah, it was Aldo taking that one, and I think we had a win it straight again in the 2nd season, in our 2nd season. So yeah. Then we've got Chalk, he's having a look at the Nismo, he's all up the back door. Number 1 Pops has made a mistake, or just taking a breather. He's on the racing soft, he will get hammered pretty quick. But he's 1.6, 1.5 now, so yeah, he's thought about it. He's going to risk it for a biscuit. Bring that gap back down, 1.3. But it is the Chalk and DDR Attalad, 3/10 separate them. We shall see, and the Chalk off a second in sector 2. Where's he finding the pace on them mediums? Attalad's on the mediums as well. Aldo's only 8/10 in front of these boys as well. And he's on the racing softs. On an half a tank of fuel. Chalk has used the most fuel out of the running 4. And he only went 8/10 faster. Although shots half a second purple in sector 2. Aldo's got that 2:19.660. Number 1 Pops. That gap's just dropped to 2.4. Old Crawler's from 10 seconds down the road, who's got 7 seconds over Wheelchair Racers in 6th place. Would be a good return on your debut, got to be said. Oggy as well is in 7th place. Now we've got Dazzler in 8th, Willian in 9th in the Lamborghini. TLG Joyce said Vance is doing a bit of lawn mowing. I think that bit's already been done. I think Dazzler did that earlier in spectacular fashion. And Ricky J, we haven't got pit stops to come, so I don't count him out yet. Not having fun on them mediums. Could do a big undercut, might work here because he's not that far off, is he, to be fair. He's only that gap's come down by 9.6, so dropping down like a fairy as well, 9.1. So undercut might work. Go faster on the undercut, but it's actually work. 2:19.6 is the fastest lap to beat so far. We're 30 minutes in. Still got 25 to go. Aldo leading the way by 1 second. It's coming down pretty quick. And Nismo is on a charge. And he's bringing the chalk with him as well. He's only 3 tenths behind. Number 1 pop. Just be a watching brief right now. As them softs taking a bit of an hammering, especially the left front. Just over a quarter of a tank of fuel as well. We shall see. Put in a sterling effort in qualifying. Who has got chalk? Has got a quarter of a tank, but he's in slip. That Nismo has got loads of fuel left. He ain't got to stop. He could overrun these by about at least 2 laps. Sterling effort. And the chalk still all over the back door of that Nismo as well. An impressive drive, got to be said on these mediums. Can only guess how fast they're going to be. Evening, Waldy. How doing, my mate? How we doing, my mate? Hope you are well. Thanks for nipping in. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, as I say, these two will only get faster. Yeah, but be alright. Okay. Good night. That was my daughter. Just came in to say good night to her father. Guaranteed. Hey. She says good night, everybody. Yeah. These putting 220s. These are going to. You've seen them in qualifying, smashing out low 218s as well. So, what's to come? Aldo has got to get the mediums on. This soft strategy is not really paying dividends right now. He's back in the 220s after that flash pan 2:19.6. It's only 1.1. It should be off and down the road, but I dare say once these get on the softs, will Aldo be able to do the same as these boys have done on the mediums? And number 1 pops as well, in that matter. Unless they get the undercut. It's too late now. They ain't got enough fuel for an overcut, especially looking at the fuel on DDR Atalad's Nismo. Not a chance. Big Frank is 11 seconds down the road. And the Rocco, yeah, always chews up its fronts pretty quick. Might be another one with a good shot of undercut. Not quite sure how long the pit stop here. But that is Danny Hoggett. He's in 6th place, overtaking wheelchair racer on the exit of the bridge. Dazzler's coming to join the party in 8th place. Still yet to pit as well. He's got a quarter of a tank as well. So 4 seconds over Gwydion. Climbing slowly up to 5. That TT's going like the clappers down there compared to that Aston Martin. Pulling her away. Quite good. Back up to 7.2. Look. And it drops down just a little bit. Let me pull away again. Must be getting a whisper of wake off the back of that McLaren. But we'll see how these lot get on. Really on in 9th. Joyce in 10th. Ricky J in 11th. That gap's coming down slowly. 8.8. But these 4 cracking on again. 1.1 over the chalk. Who has done DDR Atalad. Now got 6 tenths to the good. Make that off a second. I dare say you won't be happy about that. Number 1 Pox now 2.2 behind. Another chalk's going to have to come in the pit. I reckon it should do it this lap. Racing mediums. Tyre wear is not that high to say on the mediums, but even on the softs, Aldo's looked after them really well. They've been on 17 minutes and he's been in a colossal fight with all these boys. So fair play, them softs looking pretty good. It's a shame the fuel has run before the tyres. But chalk getting that gap down to 1.2 now. Bringing DDR with him as well. Oh, a little bit on the grass there, you don't want to do that. Especially on the entrance to the bridge. It can only go and hook you up. Yeah, it will. Down to 2 temps. It's DDR, they're going to repay the favour. I dare say he will. He'll bide his time. The longest straight on the circuit coming right up. And he's comfortably in the cradle for a good handful of slipstream there as well. And Nismo looking sharp. Have a look how to get this done. Because I'm guaranteed he's going to get this done. That gap falling like a Spice Girl on crack. Down to 3/10. There you go, right under the rear wing as well. Oh, a little bit of a bum love there. Let's pull him up to the corner. He's not even going to force the move there. He's going to buy this time. Right under the rear wing of that BMW. I never knew what BMW stood for until somebody told me. Apparently it means blue, middle and white. Is that true? I know we joke about it as kids, but apparently it's blue, middle and white. I'm like, what the name of a car? I thought BMWs were class. Look at least anyway. What a name. So simple. I bet his kid come up with that or something. And that is Chalk in the pits. Now it's down to DDR Atalad. He is the man on the move. That left front is looking a bit tired, but he has got at least a lap over Aldo, I would say, in the tank. He has got at least a lap. It's not bad in his mo. 2013. Whatever old it is, it's done 14,000 miles. Not bad at all to the 10,000 that Aldo's done. Got 2.4 over DDR, who's got 3 over number 1 Pops. Dazzler then moves up into 4th place. Oggy is in the pits. Crawler is in the pits. Wheelchair Racer is in the pits. Gwydion is also in the pits. This could, nope. Ricky J will pit. TRG Joycer then. He has got a fair way to go to get around the pits, but he has gone for the undercut here as a Joyce. He's on the mediums, full tank of gas and a fresh set of meats. We shall see if he can get this one done. Let's go Joyce, who's throwing it off in protest at Willow Springs with Joyce. Danny Ogston out, Wheelchair Racer is out. Joyce then only gets one scalp in 6 seconds. 7.1 to Griddy on 6.6. Keep your mind up, timekeeper. But that is Ricky J is in. Racing odds for 20 minutes. With the fuel depletion rate here, pretty high. Racing odds, I'm not so sure that was a good shot. I know 2 compounds have to be used, but he's already 10 seconds down the road. Unless he's hoping for somebody to stop again, and he's just going to bide his time and run to a pace. I mean, he's only doing 225s, 226, but ooh, we shall see how he gets on then. But it's Aldo, 3.9 to the good over DDR Atalad. It's coming down to 3.8, and he will be in this lap. DDR Atalad will need to turn that engine right up to 6, go and put in a sterling lap to bring that deficit down and not kiss the wall, which he did. But let's go. That is number 1 Pops in the pits as well. One is this 2.3, but he has got tyre wear on that front left. Like I said, he's going to need to send it like a rabbit on heat right now. Chalk's rejoined in 5th, but he had Roll Crawler in 6th. So, what can Atalad do? Fuel is going in Aldo's car right now. The gap was 8 seconds to number 1 Pops. But they are both in the pits at the same time. Fuel going in the trophy as well. There you go. It is mediums for Aldo, who's got 28 seconds of DDR Atalad right now. 29. And the Chalk has got the jump over number 1 Pops, who has put it on a full tank. Chalk is on the racing softs. We know he's got pace. We know he's got pace as a Chalk. Number 1 Pops on them racing mediums. We shall see what that trophy is like on the mediums. I don't know the rules here, whether you can run your set of mediums and then go back on the softs, bearing in mind you've run 2 compounds. I'm not sure, we have to ask Aldo that rule, but yeah, unless you've got to run them for a fair amount of laps. But yeah, I don't know. I just know you've got to run 2 compounds. If anyone knows in the chat, let me know. I'd appreciate it. How you all been anyway? Hope you're all well. Hope you are all well. You have a good day. I hope so. 29.1. And it's coming down. Make that 28.6. He is literally not far enough in front to cover off a pit stop. The fuel is low, he will be in, but he will be on the faster tyre over Aldo. That is the main thing. I think his strategy's played it pretty well. He got the extra lap. We're going to go on the second half of this race on the faster tyre. It will be a chase down, I do believe. But how big will that gap be when he rejoins the circuit? That is the question. And Chalk is bringing that gap down to 1.9. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. 1.7. And then 7.5 to number 1 Pops, who was in the battle, in the meat, in the brunt of it all at the beginning. But it is DDR Atalad in the pits. Pit crew are out. The tyres are out pretty early. They'll be cooling down at a fair rate of knots. Get them on. Let's go. Now we've got the fuel. Time's coming down like a Spice Girl on crack. There we go. 27.9, 27.8. Aldo has gone through. The Chalk has gone through. Well, DDR, well, number 1 Pops. Oh, clips the wall there on the exit. Will he get that run as well? Just rejoins this DDR in 3rd place over number 1 Pops. 4.9, 4.6, coming down all the time because he's at race speed. He will see 3rd place just up front there. Would use him as a reference point for braking and turning. Always good to do. Use the car in front. But I'll call is only 5.7 behind. And he's on the racing softs over the mediums of number 1 Pops. Don't forget, had an excellent race around Brazil last week. Put on a sterling effort. Qualified 2nd. Went down the order on the grid by turn 1. It was last. It was absolutely stone dead last by turn 1. Drove it strategically brilliant. Pit stops were fantastic. And finished 2nd. So there you got my driver of the night for that. Big Frank. Absolutely sterling effort. Danny is in 6th place. Doing really well in the McLaren. Wheelchair racer in the TT. In 7th place. It's 1.6 to 1.7 front and rear. And that is Dazzler, who's in 8th place. He's got 10 seconds over Gwydion in the Lamborghini. Probably our favourite track for that car. I say it should do well around Monza, as will the Mustang as well. Should be a fantastic race there as well. DLG Joyce is rounding out your top 10. He's got 8.4 over Ricky J in the Ansem Responsive Machine. Only a man called Ricky J would pull that off. There's a lot of crack, there's Ricky J. It's Aldo still leading the way. That gap's coming down slowly. It's been 2 laps and he's only got down to a 2nd as the Chalk. So, not pushing on as quick as I thought it would, the Chalk. 2:19.7 last time around. Old Crawler coming in with a 2:19.4. That Rocco working well, and it's a bonus point as well from 5th. And a bonus point. Good all of points, even if he stays in 5th place. Cracking set of points. 8 attempts to the good now is the Chalk. He's got 3.5 over DDR Atalad, who is also on them racing softs and will be driving like a man possessed with 13 minutes on the clock to go. Well, hello there, Martin JLO9. I was just speaking about you very earlier in the show about your first title fight with Aldo and all that jazz around Spa when the rest descended upon thy. Yes, it was a good battle nonetheless. It was very good. If you're not regretting what you said the other day, you're still joining the Premier League as a purple sector from DDR. That's that comes in there. I told you it would be chomping at the bit, and it's down to 3.3. It's down to half a second on the bridge as the Chalk is chasing down Aldo. The referee called him in at Suzuka East. He would not be forgiven for driving like a man possessed himself after losing that victory to the man behind him. He's got 3 seconds now. Took over 6/10 of a second out of them both to DDR. I had there. Stand up 4 attempts. If Chalk plays this well, gets the exit of this corner right, he will be in dreamland under the rear wing of that 458. And it looks like he's right where he needs to be. Have to make Aldo go defensive if he wants to hang on with 12 minutes left on the clock. It's 2.9 from DDR Atalad now. Even in the slip, it's just done to 3 seconds. And we've got a wheelchair racer overtaking Danny Ogston there for 7th. Aldo does go defensive. Chalk will try and repay the favour and get the. Oh, he's not quite close enough. I thought he was looking there. Would have been a bit of a hip thrust and a slap into his rear quarter. But not quite getting it done. 2.6. The gap from DDR. Number 1 pops. Danny ordering. Only 4, but it's 10 seconds the difference now on the mediums. And the man on the charge at the moment on a 2:19.464 is Big Frank in his Rocco flying machine. 2.3. He is absolutely flying. He is absolutely flying. Let's go, Big Frank. 22 seconds over Dazzler in 6th. Wheelchair Racer in 7th, who's 9 tenths behind the Dazzler, who's got 1.2 over Danny Ogston AFC. Gwyddy on 19 seconds down the order in that. TRG Joyce is still rounding out the top 10, but that gap is coming down from Ricky J in 11th place. But Aldo still leading the way from the BMW flying machine. Half a tank of fuel. There's a bit more in the tank for Aldo. And DDR Atalad as well. 2:18.714 that time around. 3rd and a bonus point. Would be a good haul of points on your debut as well here in the WTC. Got to be said. 1.3 the gap. Trump needs to get this move done and he knows it. He will see that Nismo in his rear mirror. I probably won't want it anywhere near him, to be fair. Knowing that he's got at least 2 laps more fuel. 10 minutes to go. I think Chalk might have to splash and dash, because that is absolutely chewing his fuel. 2 tenths. Chalk on the tighter line. He's right on the rear quarter. Ferrari got the better drive out there. BMW's got no answer for that Ferrari out of that corner right now. Just relying on the slip. Gap staying at 2.5. 9 tenths now to DDR. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. 11 seconds to number 1 pops. We will go to number 1 pops shortly. Calm and collected inside this Nismo. There's no music on this evening. Full concentration with DDR out of that. Looking at the rear end of that BMW M4. Looking at the rear end of the 458. Chalk surely knows he's got to get the move done sooner rather than later. He has got to get it done. Aldo is on the mediums and he's just got no answer. Just the Chalk over Aldo right now. We're down to 6 tenths the gap. And he will be getting a bit of slip. The wake off that BMW will be cutting a hole in the air. It's out of 5. Later on the brakes as well. Got that gap down to 4 tenths as well. Now he's in the slip right where he needs to be. Let's go, let's go. We're going to have an 8-minute colossal battle right here. Just how you like it. Ooh, ooh. Is Newcastle coming as well? What? Is Newcastle coming to the Premier League? Hey, you're coming for season 2 and that is it. DDR Atalad is hooked onto the back wing of that BMW. I dare say he will put the move on, given a chance. Chalk probably had the opportunity. 2 corners from now. Didn't get it done, but DDR Atalad is going for it already. Over the bridge. Chalk's going to try and use the slip of that 458. The Nismo has got the answer for that already in 2nd place. Got that move done. Done and as clean as you like. Made it look simple, the DDR Atalad. Chalk then will rely on his pace and hopefully come through with him as well. But he'll just be back where he was in 2nd place. And that gap already down to 3 tenths. Number 1 pops 14 seconds down the order and 1.4 the gap now from Old Crawler, aka the man Big Frank. Solid driving effort from Big Frank. 1.4, 1.3. Tyre weight looking a little worse for weight. With 7 minutes to go, I'm not sure if that's a splash and dash for Big Frank. Looks like number 1 pops is pretty good right now. Probably sat in a bit of a comfortable position. Dazzler and racing softs as well on the front of that Aston. 220s, not too bad. Oh, clipping the wall as well as Dazzler for good measure. He's pushing. Not really sure he needs to. I think that gap is just a little bit too big to old Crawler. He's got a wheelchair race, just 2.2 behind. Danny Ogston dropped off the order. Is down in 8, 5.9 off the back of wheelchair racer, who is 21 seconds ahead of Gwydion in 9th place. TLG Joyce is still hanging on, but Ricky J has took that 6.5 second margin, made it into a 1.2, getting the tail out on the big boss car, and he's on a charge. He don't want to finish last. He wants to get into the top 10. We shall see how he gets on with 6 minutes left to go. DDR Rattlelad has got that move done. We have missed it and they called it. Old Crawler is in the pits for a splash and dash. Damn! Always miss the good stuff. The Toon Bus is coming to take over. I want to back to Richmond for that. Yeah. Bring it on! Bring it on! Bring it on! Oh, we'll be grand. When was the last time? What was the last championship you won with us, Mark? When you was on GTS. Oh, you got to go and read the trophy. Remember. DDR Highland, 7 attempts to the good. He is good to the end, I reckon. 5 minutes to go. Smidgen under half a tank of fuel. Aldo is pretty much the same, but not so sure about the chalk. He will be regretting not making the most of them soft tyres as well. Gotta be said, it must be absolutely spitting feathers in there. Couple of F's and Jeffs in the helmet from the chalk. Aldo at slipstream range. The chalk's in it where it needs to be, but the fuel may become an issue. Quarter of a tank. Just under 5 minutes left to go. There it's saying, what a show it's been fantastic. With that splash and dash and a fresh set of racing softs, we are now at 21 seconds off the back of number 1 Pops, who I dare say is pretty settled for 4th place. 16 behind the DMK Chalk 12, 21 ahead of Old Crawler, who is just 3.3 ahead of Dazzler, who's now got that gap out to 4.3 of a wheelchair racer. Got to be said, started where she's finishing tonight by the looks of it in 7th place. Great return on your debut, got to be said. Got to be said. Danny in 8th place did start from the back of the order. Didn't want to qualify, he's new in this week as well. His first race tonight with the DMK in this league anyway. So, didn't really want to have a say on it. Gwydion in 9th. Ricky Jaden did get that move done and pulled out a 4.3 gap over TRG Joyce, now in the top 10. Great drive from Ricky J. And the Joyce and the Porsche down in 11th place. They must have had a bit of a scrap because it was a 229 that time around for TRG Joyce. But that lad leading the way. 6 tenths to the good. Them softs now, especially the fronts. Making a bit of an hammering on the left. Mediums though might come into the road, that's why that gap's coming down. Oh, is Aldo going to repay the favour? Could be in for the last 2 lap shootout here. But who wants it most? Chalk is only half a second behind. Has he turned it down? Has he turned that engine down? Didn't look as quick over the bridge there, did it, that BMW? We shall see on the uptake. I know the lower gears are pretty quick anyway, no matter whether it's turned down or not, but it's when it gets to mid-range top end, it does seem to slow down just a little bit. Now, half a second all the way around the board here. The top 3 in the 220s, 219s, 220s as well. I did call it at the top of the show, didn't I? He has won a championship in this car, does love this car, turns up in a DMK lobby and shows us how to drive a Nismo. Oh, RSR in Tanzo, yeah. Oh yeah, of course it was, yeah. Our partner group Tanzo, the RSR league was fantastic, was a good little crack that was, to be fair. Was a good crack. Was a very good crack. Chalk right there as well. Let's see if he couldn't pit this lap. Might not fail the need. No, this is going to be the final lap. This is going to be the final lap for the boys. We'll just get a final run through the order, then we'll get these to the end. So Chalk's in third place on the rear end of DMK Aldo. Number 1 Pops, bringing that gap now to 19.1, 18.2 from Big Frank, who's got 6 seconds over the Dazzler. For the war wounds on that Aston Martin. You should be ashamed of yourself. Wheelchair Racer in 7th place. Cracking debut for Wheelchair Racer. Danny Oxton as well, debut as well. Great drive. He's in the top 10. Gideon is in 9th. Ricky J 10th. TRG Joycer in 11th. And they run out of fuel. Oh, as he just plays ping pong with the walls there. I do believe there's a rule in this league. If you run out of fuel and you cross the line under GT steam and not your own right foot, you do get disqualified. Sent to the back of the grid no matter where you are. But we're going to get up front for this fight, as these have dropped the chalk by 7/10, and Aldo's medium tyres are coming into their own here. A little clip of the wall for Matalad on the exit of the bridge. We'll see if Aldo can repay the favour here. We can watch chalk in the screen here, just down to the right side of your lower right side of the TV. He's not quite close enough. He's half a second. DDR Matalad trying to break the slipstream down this long straight. I'm not quite sure he has done enough though. It is still 0.4 of a second. Make that 3. It's got to be a full send at some point. 2 point. No. Early on the, got to try and be early on the accelerator there. Pulling that gap right up to 3/10. Matalad hanging on still 7/10 from the chalk. The chalk will finish in 3rd place. It is the final lap. It is confirmed. Is it going to be a last corner effort? Aldo's mediums coming in to screw here. Atalad's on the inside of the final corner. Brakes a little bit later, did Atalad, but it looks like he's got the job done. Oh no. Oh shit, pressed the wrong button. Good job that come back. That was a blinding race. DDR Atalad on his debut, taking the victory and the fastest lap. Aldo 2nd, Chalk 3rd. Number 1 Pops, nearly fucked up the stream there, didn't I? Number 1 Pops then. Not a bad go in 4th. Got to be said. Sterling drive the top 4. Started in the top 4. Finished in the top 4. Yeah, if that made sense to anybody. Number 1 Pops 4th. Big Frank coming in for 5th. Right, yeah, that was, mate. You're not kidding. That was a sterling drive, mate. That absolutely sterling drive. Brilliant. It is old caller coming in for 5th place. Sterling drive there, Big Frank. Loved it. Dazzler will come in for 6th. Few war wounds on the Aston Martin. The bill will be high in his garage. Look at the front end of that. And just to top it off, it will dance like a fairy across the line, and there you go, a little pirouette. Wheelchair Racer home in 7th place. Finished where she started. Great drive, fantastic drive. Welcome to the DMK Racing League's Wheelchair Racer. That was a sterling drive. Danny as well. He 8th place on his league debut in the WTC. Rounding out the top 8. TRG Joyce is finished in 11th. Will be Gideon then. Come home in 9th place. 13 seconds over Ricky J. Not a bad time. It's not a bad time at all. So I do believe that was 26 points for DDR Atalad in the race. 25 for the win. And 1 point for the fastest lap. So good all the points. Oh! No fuel. So in theory, that is Ricky J down to 11th, TRG Joyset in 10th. Oh, that is harsh. That is harsh. He drove that like a freaking mean machine as well, didn't he? Chopped that gap down from 6 seconds to 1. Got the job done. That is harsh. That was harsh indeed. Oh, but hey. Hey, that's an hat trick for DDR Attalad. Pole position, fastest lap, and a victory. Wow. Congratulations, DDR Attalad. What an hat trick, my friend. Come in the DDR family. You. Bring it on. Bring it on. What a race, boys. God have said that was fantastic. And I do believe... Where did I say there was next week? I forgot what I said. Yeah. I'm not pressing that button because it'll come up all over the screen. That is a fresh brew for me. The treacle will come give me a fresh brew. But yeah, that was a sterling race. Absolutely love that one. They'll be back the same time next week. Unfortunately, live comms won't be because the iRacing kicks off next week. Really can't wait for that. Got to go and spend a little bit of a fortune on buying some circuits and pick whatever car I'm going to race in. So yeah. Yeah, fourth was great drive. Yeah, got to be said, sterling effort, mate. Absolutely sterling driving. The boys just congratulating you over here. It's got to be some of the, well, I say, some of the best racing I've seen in a little while since Sunday. So yeah. Number one, Pops. Oh my God, I enjoyed that. He did enjoy that indeed. It was very good. It was really good. But yeah, this is back next week, same time, 8 PM. Lobby opens at lobby opens at 7:30. So yeah, for this one, qualifying is 8 PM. Thursday night is the rerun of the Grandmaster Final, and Sunday night is the Premier League, which should be fun. Should be fun, and the Premier League head to Interlagos this Sunday. So yes. Yes, we are live comms on Sunday as well. We do love that. I don't race on Sundays. I decided to sack them off and do some live comms instead. I only race now on Monday in the Team Manufacturers, which is commentated on by Dark Smoker. And I do... Oh, hello. Forgot that was there. Don't use that before. Hi, UK10. Yeah, Dark Smoker commentates on the team event, which is great. I'm trying not to look at it. I don't want to look at you. Which I finished 10th in that race. Binned it through the S's, chasing down the AMGs, which didn't go too well. And then, yeah, it just sacked me off after that. It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. But yeah, that was the WTC. I really enjoyed that. You want to get involved in any DK sim racing events, head over to DK10 Sim Community Gaming page. All the events are in the events, which are up and coming. Season 2 of the Premier League will be in there this week. That is with the new league of... Oh, cheers, buddy. Really appreciate that. That will be with the Championship League as well. So everybody that's in the Premier League right now, if they stay in, will stay in the Premier League. And anybody new joins in the Premier League, they're going into the Championship. So yeah. Oh, you savage, Martin. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. That was cruel. That was a low blow. You're definitely going in the Championship now. Definitely. You like the big Tampa Bay there, look. My NFL football team. You love it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. This is my little humble abode. My little man cave. I'm literally this far away. That's me touching my screen. Literally. That's my sim rig right there. Yeah. It's how close after. I just stand and sit again. Literally just stand and sit. That's how close I am. But yeah. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please hit that like and subscribe for me if you haven't already. And tune in on Sunday for the Premier League. And that will do, obviously, it's post-race comms in the day. But please check them out as well. Martin, get yourself sorted. Get in the Prem. Get in the Prem. For real. But yeah. Been great comms. Great racing, boys. I've been DK10. Peace.